in my cooler bag for the weekend. Lots of drinks, extra protein shake, more meals in there. I got my seasonings, fruit, lots of extras just in case. All right, well, I am combining my 2 days into one video here because it's very busy yesterday. So, and it was late last night before bed, so I just hit the sheets and did not record a video. But, did our girls trip. We went to Indiana Beach, which is a kind of like a mini theme park. It's not too far away from us. I stayed overnight in this cute little like tiny house cabin. It was very fun. Got in a lot of steps. So even though it was my rest day, I ended up with a very high strain score because of all the walking and stuff like that. So I don't know how well the rest day went. But I did really, really well in terms of following my plan. I had said before, like I pre-planned out my food and what I was going to eat and had it all portioned out and stuff like that. I didn't even have to bring my food scale because I just had everything in the containers, and I stuck with it. You know, we were able to park near the gate, and when the group was leaving the park to go have their smoke break or drink break, I had a food break, and we just kind of hang out at the tailgate and did our thing and went back in. So there were all kinds of terrible things. If you could think of like carnival type food, that's basically what was there. Didn't touch any of it. So I feel like I did really well. Probably didn't drink enough water, but I only had water. I tried a little bit of a Diet Pepsi just to be like, well, this will be how I'll treat myself since I'm not having any alcohol, but I actually only got like 3/4 of the way through it, and I was just like, I can't drink the rest of this, and I went back to my water. I did have some Bang energy drink though, just to help keep me going. So that was kind of my splurge, but I'm kind of proud of myself. I did really well. For those of you who get concerned about how they can manage this when like going on group outings or when you're gonna be gone all day, it is possible. It just takes some planning. And I know that some people can have a really hard time being in a group where everyone is drinking and not drink. But I can tell you, like, you can, and you can still have a good time. Like, we had a great time. My group of girls that was with me, I think, you know, when I initially said I wasn't going to drink anything, I think they might have been a little disappointed, like, oh, well, I don't, you know, you don't want to have that like killjoy buzzkill person, but I think that was more of what they were concerned about. But yeah, it was, we still had a good time. You could still let loose without having alcohol. They were super supportive. I mean, when it was time for them to, they got their dinner and we walked it back to our little cottage, and they had their dinner and I had mine that I had brought, and it all worked out. So it's good. I think anyone who is working on, you know, a special meal plan or just working on getting more healthy with their food, like all of this can be, you can do it. It just takes a little bit of effort, a little bit of planning and communication. You know, like there was stuff I could have had. Absolutely. I could have gone off my plan. Nobody would have judged me. They wouldn't have said anything. But I knew what I wanted to do. And I just said, you know what? It's not worth it to me. I just started this like a little over a week ago and I don't want to derail. And they were like, okay, you know, and as long as I wasn't preventing them, I think, from having a good time, it wasn't a thing. You know, and I think sometimes we feel like, you know, people are going to give us a hard time, or that we can't have fun. And honestly, like, it wasn't a thing. Like, I was refilling with my waters. They were refilling with their wine or beer. And we were just having a good time. Like, if you don't make it a thing, they won't make it a thing. So, I hope that someone can take away with that, and, you know, help themselves out if they're struggling with, you know, dealing with group outings and stuff, because we're going into summertime, so there's going to be barbecues and parties and stuff like that. You don't have to go off plan, and you can still have a good time. So that's my message for you guys. I just dropped the last girl off. I'm on my way home. I'm gonna unpack. We got to bed late last night. It was after midnight. Slept well, but just still feel tired from everything. So I'm hoping I can get some rest, but I have a feeling since the sun is out and it's not too cold or hot, I think I'm gonna get roped into landscaping work somehow. So ugh, see what I can get done here. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about how I did yesterday.